Hey there, my friends. I hope all of you are having a great Sunday. It's Sunday, November the 8th. I know that because it is my brother's 60th birthday. Isn't that a really special thing? He's the big 6-0. He's my little brother, so he's 2 years younger than me. Happy birthday to my brother. Also, my son was 34 on Thursday. So lots of birthdays this week. I hope all of you are well and good and feeling positive and hopeful and energetic as we go into the season of Thanksgiving. Now, speaking of Thanksgiving, journals like this are wonderful jump-off places if you are planning a gratitude journal or a thankful journal or an appreciation journal, which all of those words have very different layers of meaning. And we might revisit that subject in another video. Of course, we do have these Big Mama journals. They are 5x7. We have a 2-inch spine here. I think that's 2 inches. Oh, a little over 2¼ and a beautiful little bead strand here. I so enjoy doing random bead strands. I think they're just like, you can kind of get in the zone with them. They're just a lot of fun. So let's take a look at our Big Mama journal. We forgot to do our measurement. Hold on here. I will be going to the post office on Tuesday of this week. Now, if you get your order in by Monday, then I can ship it Tuesday, which means you'll have your journal this week. This is about 4¼ and, we've talked about ways to use this journal. You can use it as a book. You can kind of set it on the side of your desk and, kind of flip through it like you would a vertical file folder. There are just a lot of different ways to play with a book like this. And you're going to have handmade elements as well as papers to play with. You're going to have art trading cards, art trading coin blanks. We always like to include these 3x3 mini books. Mini books are a great little way to start a journaling journey but not get overwhelmed by the process or even overwhelmed by the size of a book. A lot of times, and this seems to be like a theme for me, I don't like, we've got a really nice quote here. Of course, anytime you see anything in a plastic bag like this is a creative cluster. These are curated items. They all go together. They all have a theme. And it's a great way to, let's say you've got like 10 minutes in the morning before you start your Zoom meetings and your online work, and you just want to kind of have a little creative time. This is a great way to get in some creative time. A glue stick, a pen maybe, and wham bam, zoom before your Zoom, you can have some art done. I totally forgot what we were talking about. I don't remember. Oh, big journals, little journals. I'm overwhelmed with like a big book. I like smaller condensed kind of things. When it comes to journals, some journals are just too big and too complex. They ask too many questions. That's my opinion. And we still have those things. So that's just my opinion. And I really do like a small mini book, a 3x3 format, something that is easy to accomplish, something that is easy to finish, which I'm kind of big on completion. I like to start something and finish it, in a matter of hours or a couple days. To me, that's just me. I'm not. My attention span is not great, and then I get bored with it, and then I want to move on. That's why I don't do a lot of portraits. I can do portraits, but they kind of take a lot of time and energy and effort, and I find myself not doing things like that. I kind of like the quick, easy, easy, pretty art. We've got a beautiful chippy right here for you. Anytime you see something like this that's put together with a paper clip on a page, then that's a mini cluster. Again, you're going to have curated things to create with. It's nice when when things are curated for you, because that kind of takes that thinking, don't strain your brain, don't drain your brain, just empty your brain, work with your hands. And if you have a curated elements to create with, then, just kind of, it subtracts one of the creative efforts from your head, so you just have something that is already kind of half put together for you, whether it's a color or a theme or whatever. We have a lot of new papers in here, napkins for collage, vintage text pages. Nothing in these journals is printable or anything like that. It's all original, all done, all handmade. And I'm very happy that, after, I think we've been doing this for about 3 years, I started doing this to help my son. You guys, if you're OGs, you'll remember that my son has osteonecrosis. He has multiple sclerosis, he has Crohn's disease, and he has rheumatoid arthritis. And at that time, he had no help, and I started doing journals so I could help him with his medical. And now, thank goodness he does have some medical, and thank goodness. Still suffering, especially lately with multiple sclerosis. So, good thoughts for him if you're so inclined. We've got I found this old horse book, and I love the images, and you've got a current horse image right here. There was something about riding the horses on the carousel I used to love when I was a little girl. I wasn't much into theme parks and riding and roller coasters. Chris loves that kind of thing. Last time I got on a roller coaster, I got really, 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 really sick. So I probably won't be doing that again, but I sure hope that Chris gets to do it, because he really enjoys things like that. He likes theme parks. Me, not so much. Okay, we are almost to the end of this fourth signature. Again, you've got a creative cluster right here. The elements in the bag all go together. And then our last signature pocket says good right here, but it does have a little bit of a skeleton theme in there as well. I am continuing to kind of use my Halloween elements because I just think it's fun. I think it denotes a passage of time. It also denotes just the theme for 2020, and it's kind of been like a I mean, nobody can deny it's been a wee bit scary. This is a 2-inch spine on this book. Again, we've got a 5x7. I love these beads, and I gleaned these from some old jewelry. I just thought it was really, really pretty. Of course, we've got the peacock theme going on here, which is a lot of fun any way you look at it. I love the peacock, the blue and the purple. I just think that that's such an, nature gives us all kinds of just unique color combinations, doesn't it? I was walking Mia this morning. The leaves are turning and falling, and I was just looking at all of the just amazing colors of the leaves. You've got the yellow, the burnt orange, the deep red, the brown, the crackly parts on the leaves, the stems. The whole thing was just like, I was really, really paying attention to the colors of the leaves that were on the ground on our walk. And nature really does have such a palette. My neighbor has the evergreen trees right now have those little blueberries on it. I know that's not a mulberry. I can't remember what that thing is. It's like a cedar tree. And the pine needles are falling from the trees, and the smells are just like intoxicating because there's just such a pile of pine needles at my neighbor's house. It's like I really do love to go by there because it smells so good. It smells so fresh and so clean. Plus, she has a little fairy that lives in her tree. I know she doesn't know that, but it's a little reptile fairy. And it's really super cool. And it's fun to see him changing, you know, through the seasons as well. So we have a little chippy for you. I had a little chippy session for myself this morning as I was planning my my morning work and my evening work. When I go downstairs in the evening, I like to have a little something to work on, so I made myself a small chippy kit, and that was really fun to do this morning. My son and his fiance have been in town since Thursday. They left yesterday. And the only reason that I didn't have a complete and total meltdown was because they're coming back next week to spend the night before they head back home. And so, you know, this morning I kind of, because the studio becomes the spare bedroom when folks come to visit, I you know, kind of had to like re-put my studio together, which was no problem at all. As a matter of fact, I was really glad to kind of get everything moved out of here and clean the carpet really well, and then be able to kind of reset the studio. And I did some things differently. I'm in a different kind of place, and I like it. You know, it's different from the way. Don't you love that owl? It's different from my old studio, which is cool. I think change is good, and I think, you know, changing, you know, when you change your environment or you change your situation, you know, your physical situation, a lot of times your mental situation certainly does improve. Or, you know, just maybe you've been skirting along the path of not feeling well, or depression or anxiety. I know a lot of us have been very anxious since Tuesday. And, you know, as things start to shake out and begin to not be so wiggly and wobbly again, you know, some of us are really, some of us are exhaling, some of us are inhaling and continuing to be anxious about what is coming along. Again, we've got a creative cluster kit here for you to play with. That theme is butterflies, so you've got a lot of things in that envelope to create with. But, you know, I just encourage you to be kind, and don't be so locked into social media and the news and pundits and, you know, everything. Just kind of take time for yourself. You go for a walk in nature. You pay attention to the leaves. If you're blessed enough to be in a place where there are no leaves, you know, like at an oceanside, seaside, island, beach, whatever, then enjoy the clusters of shells. You know, really pay attention to the colors of the water, the colors of the shells, the color of the surroundings around you. You know, the world is an absolutely gorgeous place, my dear friends. And just as long as we're not hunkered down, we're not staring at our phone all the time, we are, you know, in love with the life that we're blessed with every single day. I mean, you get a clean slate, and what a blessing that is to be able to sleep, to wake up to a clean slate, and be able to start all over again. And there's nothing like a Sunday to kind of start all over again. I hope that you guys enjoyed the look at these two Big Mama journals. I will have these in the shop a little later on today. They are $42, and it's $8.40 to ship them. Thanks for hanging out with me on this lovely Sunday morning, y'all. Take care. Bye.